Hello everyone, and welcome to the Criterion Connection. I'm Wade.
And I'm Joe.
And this is the second week of our Criterion Halloween Spooktacular, whatever we're calling it. I apologize, I'm a little tired right now. The neighbors next door had to blast music till 3 in the morning. So, if I seem a little just blah, that's why. Also because maybe it was the movie we watched. Corridors of Blood from 1958, starring Boris Karloff. Christopher Lee's in it. Yep. I was dying to this movie.
I liked it.
I don't know. It's one of those things. Like it's an old movie, and sometimes it either grabs you or it doesn't. And it didn't really grab me as much. I didn't hate it. It was not torture watching it. Mm-hmm. I was not like turning it off or zoning out. It was more of like I just wasn't connecting to this particular story.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. I think you would like it more on a rewatch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like the characters you have. I like the idea, like the scene where the person's supposed to be under and they wake up. Mm-hmm. That's haunting.
Well. Here's what I think, because it's part of the Monsters and Mad Men set.
Yes, it is part of this set right here.
And technically, it works, but it's not what you would expect.
Yes.
It's not, for a 50s mad scientist kind of movie.
Yeah.
This is extremely grounded.
Yeah.
It is not over the top whatsoever.
Yeah.
It is basically a realistic version of, like, Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Because the story is you follow Boris Karloff's character, Dr. Bolton, who is this renowned surgeon in London. Pretty much back in the days where pre-anesthesia, and he performs like different amputations, and the real key back then was do it quick.
Yeah.
To save the patient some time and pain, but it really wasn't great.
Yeah.
And in pursuit of trying to find an easier way to perform the operation that, can ease the suffering of the patient, he goes too far.
Yeah.
And it just kind of snowballs and snowballs and snowballs into his downfall. It's very much... It's weird to say this about a 50s mad scientist, quote unquote, horror movie. It's a character study. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's a character study of somebody trying to do good, but sliding into kind of evil, and then just kind of can't dig himself out.
Yeah.
And he just completely falls off the deep end.
It's a movie you're not expecting. The Corridors of Blood, you think it's going to be like...
Yeah, you think it's going to be either...
The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah, like kind of a gore fest.
Yes.
Or like kind of a hokey mad scientist movie. Kind of like the, The Amazing Dr. X or whatever it is.
But no, it's like very...
And it's very understated.
Yeah.
It's I wouldn't even call it a horror movie.
Yeah, I know. I was like very like, this isn't horror. Like,
I would say this isn't even really maybe it's a thriller, but to me it's a character study movie. This isn't, it's just got horror themes.
Yeah. I think being in this set was a big, maybe shouldn't have been as part of the set.
Right. People, technically it counts, but it's almost a misnomer.
Yeah, he's not.
It's kind of leading you on, like, hey, check out this cheeky mad scientist movie, and then you get this very serious contemplation.
He's addicted to gases, kind of thing.
Of a doctor trying to do good who slides into evil, gets addicted to these chemicals, and kind of ruins his career in life. in pursuit of good.
Yeah.
And it ultimately does achieve what he set out to against all odds.
Yeah.
I still really, like I said, I think your frame of mind really, like, if you go into it thinking you're going to get what we both thought we were going to get, it might not be a good time, and it might cause, like, put a negative light on everything that you're watching.
Yeah.
That's why I say on a rewatch, I think you're going to really like it.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't think about it, like, kind of like, oh, this is like a drama character study of that negative character arc. And you're going to watch it, sit down and watch it, and you're going to be like, holy shit, Boris Karloff is great in this movie.
No, he's great. It's just like, I was not expecting what I got, and I was just like, this is not what I'm not saying what I paid for. It's not what I paid for. This is just like not what I was expecting, and I think it just threw me off.
And you got Black Ben and Resurrection Joe. That one's being played by Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
Like, pretty intimidating, like, villains, but very realistic in a way.
Yeah.
And it's just like I said, it's kind of a realistic Frankenstein movie, like a character study.
Yeah.
Where you're just focused on the doctor. And he's not trying to bring people back to life, which I almost thought when you bring up Resurrection Joe.
Yeah. I was thinking Resurrection Man, the comic book, the entire time.
But it's a very grounded movie. Like, that's what I think is going to catch people off guard. So my opinion is this movie is really good, and it has some great performances. Christopher Lee is scary. Boris Karloff is wonderful and really captures everything about his character.
Yeah.
All the complexities and kind of moral quandaries, and just kind of dealing with going up against people who don't believe in him, trying to find his own way, taking risk, and it somewhat pays off, but it pushes him further and further towards the edge.
Yeah, I'll say that for something from the 50s, this is pretty
it's pretty thought-provoking.
Yeah.
You know, this is I would almost put this with like Shock Corridor. Where it's a very, very thought-provoking kind of like, you know, it's not as like provocative as Shock Corridor was.
Yeah.
But it does make you think.
Yes.
And it's not just a drive-in, you know, throwaway horror movie that they had back then, especially in the 50s. You know, this isn't like The Fly.
Yeah.
The original.
Yeah. Not the I'm saying Gutenberg one, no, the Goldblum one, not the Gutenberg. I would like to see the Gutenberg Fly movie. So, that said, I have 2 questions for you.
Yeah.
First one is buy, rent, or skip.
I would say, I think it's a solid, easily a solid rent. I would say buy. And I would say buy, and I think people need to know, like, hey, this isn't your, you know, popcorn, you know, drive-in monster movie from the 50s that you're expecting. This is a real contemplative character study of a realistic mad scientist going off the deep end.
Yeah.
And I think in that vein, when you think of it in that way, I think it's a very, very good movie.
Obviously Rent too. Like I said, it wasn't a bad movie. I mean, I wasn't just not digging it at the time. When I say I'm not digging it, does that mean like it's a terrible movie? I hate it. It's more of like I'm not connecting to it. It's not grabbing me as much as other movies would. But I'll give it a rent. I'll give it another watch. You know, it's
I gotta admit, I got a little worried when it said 1840s London. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I was oh no, this is gonna be a long one. But, that said, it's pretty decent. Now, the second question I have is, since people do like their 31 movies of Halloween or watch movies for Halloween, would you say this is a movie to watch, a must-watch for October?
No.
Okay.
I don't think this is... I think this is misbranded if it's called a horror movie. Yes. There are concepts in it that are very frightening, like waking up in the middle of an operation.
Oh, yeah.
Or, memory loss due to your self-anesthetizing.
Yeah.
Like, things like that could be considered, like...
horror.
Scary. Very scary concepts. Yeah. But I don't think this is a very, big horror movie. Like, you got Resurrection Joe is probably your scariest.
Yeah.
Besides concepts.
Yeah. And
Resurrection Joe... I mean, he's not, like, a big villain. He's not in the movie a ton.
Yeah.
And really... Yeah, it just doesn't fit with, like, a 31 Days of Halloween. I think, like I said, it's one of those movies that you need to find a good, like... Somebody needs to take you and go, this isn't what you're going to think it is.
Yes.
This is, a different kind of movie than that, like we keep saying, that the drive-in monster movie from the 50s.
Yeah, I also don't agree. I also agree that it's not a Halloween movie. But I will also say that, because we didn't mention it last week, it's this question just brought up today, Vampire... I think that's good for your 31 movies or Halloween season must-watch movies for Halloween.
I think that deserves to be fast-forwarded on everybody, like fast-tracked on everybody's list.
Not fast-forwarded, fast-tracked. Yeah.
Fast-tracked on everybody's list.
Yes.
For this year.
Yes.
Because it's a lot better than I think people would assume for a 30s horror film, especially a foreign 30s horror film. And we talked about it last week, how it's just... That's laying groundwork and prototype, like, horror movie.
Yeah.
This one's very much not that.
Yes. So that's our thoughts on Corridors of Blood. Let us know in the comment section below what's your favorite. Is that one of your favorites? Also, let us know if you have that Monsters and Mad Men set. What's another great movie that's in that set? There's 3 other ones we haven't done. Mm-hmm. Like the Atomic Submarine. How's that? I don't know. Let us know in the comment section below. Recommend other horror movies, because we might not do it this year, but we'll definitely do it next year. Or we also sprinkle some horror movies here and there throughout the year, so it's not really... We only do it in October. We do some other times. Like we did Qui-Gon for episode 100. So, yeah, just keep suggesting. Leave a comment, subscribe, all that stuff. You know the drill. You've been with us for like 116 episodes, I think.
But the best thing you can do is share the video.
Yes, spread the word. I'm gradually seeing more and more people get involved.
It's great.
And we want more. We want this to be like the biggest Criterion channel ever.
Bigger than the Criterion Collection channel.
I don't know. Those closet pics are really, really great.
Yeah.
They had John Waters on there recently. And
where's awesome. Our invite?
Yeah. Just so we can steal your stuff. Not steal. Take your movies.
Just saying.
I'm gonna take like a big giant set. No. But next week we're gonna go into Japan, Japanese horror, and we've done a lot of them, so you can kind of narrow down the ones we're doing. So until next time, I'm Wade,
and I'm Joe,
and we will see you later.